When I get asked about an artist that's considered important, who's always labeled mediocre, whose name comes up the most, it was always Bruce Springsteen. Uh, there's a segment of the population that thinks the world of him, that they love his Nebraska album, they love Born in the USA and others, and they love the Tunnel of Love, and they love all that. And I've said this, I've spoken about it before. I will say this about him. On stage, that guy will play live for hours on days. He, you know, and for certain people, you can say that when you see elements of Dave Matthews Band or some of these jam bands on stage, they owe a debt to Springsteen because he was that dude that kind of juggled both sides of the coin. But he always is an artist that I never got the hype behind. I remember when Dance in the Dark was out. I remember, you know, it was catchy, and he had these anthems and his vibe, but uh, it just didn't translate to me that this guy was this deep. Now I did like I'm on Fire. I like stuff like that, and I love Tunnel of Love. I really like the groove on that song. Streets of Philadelphia. I like some of his hits. I like certain things he put out, but there's certain things about him that I just thought was pretty average. And then I would hear other artists talk about, you know, they thought he was pretty mediocre. Good dude though. Very much down for the cause. One of the best things I always say for him is that he was there for Two Live Crew, especially when Luke Campbell was going through his those trumped up charges back in 1990 and what Two Live Crew was going through and banning the USA. Springsteen allowed him to use Born in the USA. So I remember what he's done as far as speaking out and, being about different things and topics. It's just that musically, it always felt like mediocre, but it was the kind of thing that it worked. Now, see, his popularity was a trip because I know some people may mention John Cougar Mellencamp or Tom Petty who were trying to the heartland of what we'll say of pop, folky, that type of style of music. Springsteen had that game on lock. Springsteen had that middle of the road game on lock. People took that to heart. They really did. Rolling Stone magazine was gushing all over his records and all that, and he just was like I said. It's amazing when I hear an artist like that. That yes, I can appreciate what they put to their craft, and the E Street Band. I had a lot of respect for them. Max Weinberg, who's one of the baddest drummers, I definitely liked his playing. The late Clarence Clemens, I like that. But Stevie Van Zandt, he be over the top. I like him better as an actor on The Sopranos, if I'm honest with you. But and Springsteen did play various instruments too. It's just that I never quite got that hype. So there will be other artists that come along like Taylor Swift who might supplant him as the most mediocre artist ever. There'll be believe me, there's quite a few since then. But to hold the kind of longevity and the impact, his name was often associated with mediocre music. Strong live performer, you know, and got some songs that for the fan base. But there's always been kind of like this mediocre tag. So, but let me know what you think. Do you think it's unfair that he gets labeled as a mediocre musician? Do you think he was overrated, underrated? You know, let me know where you stand with this about Springsteen because his name come up a lot. And when I was back in the day, and I would read other musicians, people talk about him and stuff. He had the critics loved him, but music artists and people that were comparing, I felt he was mediocre. So let me know where you come down with it though. But he is a good dude though, straight up though. All right, please like, subscribe, welcome thoughts, comments, and I do respond. Thank you. Wash your hands, keep your mind clear. Watch out for another one. Wash your hands, keep your mind clear. Stay safe, stay blessed, stay woke, stay free, and continue to check them out.